Welcome to new podcast with ChatwithHai. My name is Hai, your host, and today I am with Chloe,
Hello.
and we're
How are
going.
you doing?
How are you doing?
A bit tired, but other than that, I'm fine.
Bit tired. How come? Did you not sleep well?
Yeah, basically.
I see. I see. Yeah. Today we're going to talk about a subject that is very familiar to us both,
hmm
which is changing your occupation, changing your workflow within the design community. So the reason why we wanted to talk about this is because we do have a lot of
Experience
experience
doing
in
that.
this,
Yeah.
especially with our failing business. Well, I won't say it's failing business. It was a unique business which we had to pivot a lot.
Yeah, basically.
So it was
we had a business which wasn't necessarily failing, but since we didn't really know what we wanted with it ourselves, so we changed it up a lot, which made it difficult to get anything out of it.
it became complicated. Yes, because
Yeah.
our initial goal was changed several times. It actually started as a book club.
Yeah.
Started as a book club that we wanted to start, and then was like, we can do way more than a book club. That's a bit dull. So we wanted to do events. We wanted to promote our fellow designers who have trouble promoting their work by doing little
Yeah.
events, doing workshops, and
Help.
giving them the chance to sell themselves to, for example, potential internships or work or whatever.
Having
Customers.
helping their or and then giving them the ability to learn new skills in the process.
Yes, and well, that initial idea had to change because we didn't know how to make the money or get the right contacts. So we started to do something else in between, which became a little bit the main point for a bit.
Yeah.
And then we strayed away more and more and more, and then we decided to just call it quits because a few things,
Yeah, we
a few things happened, but also because I think it's the best that we stopped it as well because it was right before Corona as well.
true. We
Right
still
before the
need to do the
pandemic.
paperwork, by the way. You still need to send me that.
Oh yeah, I have to see. But for that,
It's fine.
it's yeah, but for that it's a complicated thing, But it's almost as if we expected something like that to happen, even though we didn't.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, we at the start we hoped it would uh be something that other people would help with,
Yes,
because we also asked help of colleagues from our school and friends, and
we had 10
they
people.
did help.
Yeah,
Yeah, they did help us, but yeah, of course they wouldn't do anything without actually making money. But we couldn't guarantee
generated.
them that would get any money for this, because yeah,
We
we
a
didn't know
startup.
that
We were
ourselves.
yeah,
Yeah,
we a startup. We couldn't
which,
generate
which is fair.
income yet, and of course it was a gamble. And also um, our mission wasn't clear to them.
hmm
But yeah, in that essence, I think I changed my so-called occupation a few times in that period.
Yeah, yeah, we both did.
Yeah, because
Because we also went through a phase of making websites and making making video clips,
Yes, but that was
making
more.
doing podcasts, and
Yes, we
doing.
we expanded too quickly, too fast, too quickly. To be fair, we spread ourselves thin too fast. Well, partly it was also because the customers weren't all good, so it was a bit hard to pivot in
True.
that as
Yeah.
well. But we learned a lot from it, right? It's
True.
to
Yeah.
me, it's not really a failure. It's a step towards a new thing. And well, here we are, guys. We're just doing a podcast again, so you can see where we pivoted to.
Well, that is because you still wanted to do podcast.
Yes.
Because yeah, you wanted to do podcast. I'm streaming, which what I wanted to do.
Yeah, and it's mm,
But yeah, it
it's
still
it's
works
it's
out.
not exactly the same, but we're in the same realm. You know, the reason why
Yeah.
I'm not streaming it is because it's time consuming, and especially with my tight schedule, it's really hard for me to do that. It's not like, oh, I can go on this hour every day, because every week I have a different schedule, so I cannot have
Yeah. Yeah. No, that wouldn't work. Yeah.
yeah, I don't have
Because
the right
because
times for to do it. So I would have to, like, what, twice a month or something. Well, at least, well, 1 week yes, 1 week no, or something like that, or one
mhm.
week in the evening, 1 week in the morning. It's
You could do it bi-weekly, I suppose, because I'm also doing one stream bi-weekly. But I filled up the space the 1 week that I'm not doing the stream with my own schedules.
yeah, exactly. And for me, I can't.
So yeah, you can't.
It's a bit harder. I mean, it's a life choice, of course, but
But it shows that you have to when you change up careers and stuff, you have to research what you're going to do next.
for sure. And I think for us, it was a good thing that we had different skills in different sectors,
Hmm.
which we could apply to our business, but also apply to, for example, projects that we're doing.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think in the beginning we were like, okay, what can you do? What can you do? And we just like poking around,
Hmm.
and from there we decided to do that project. I think initially the project itself is still good and should be still standing, but I don't know what form I wanted to put in yet. And
You mean that the idea of the project is still valid?
yes, I might want to do it still,
Yeah, I
but
believe that.
in another form.
Hmm.
Like first we want to do like a real exhibition in real life, but I think especially now with pandemic happening, and also you don't know how the world looks like after the pandemic. It's like, oh, would you still go to
True.
an event? People who don't want to get vaccinated, what do they do? It's like, what do you want to do?
At,
You know,
at this point, having an event is fairly uncertain,
it's very uncertain.
especially at least here.
Yes,
Maybe in other parts of the world is better, but
true. I heard also things in the news like, oh, this and that. It's hard for them to make it happen, or they are asking, or they prepare everything, and then last minute they had to cancel again, and then they lose
hmm.
money and revenue, whatever, and it's too much. Also, we noticed a few things as well. Um, have a solid plan. Also, have a solid backup plan whenever you
Yeah,
try to do something. Because we went in and we had
basically, yeah, that's a good plan.
we had one plan, and that one plan was our only plan, and we eventually got to talk to some bigger people who could make things happen, but in the end, because we only had one plan, and our presentation wasn't maybe strong enough, it fell through.
Yeah,
But
basically.
but
Also, yeah, it's also because they wanted something different.
yes, they also didn't present themselves really well, so it was like a back and forth.
Yeah, it wasn't completely our fault,
No, no,
but
no, it wasn't complete our fault at all. I think we prepared way more than them.
in general, yeah.
We were really taking it serious, and they were like, it could be fun maybe. And
Yeah, they
mm,
were more hesitant about it, and we were like, oh, we could do this and this, and gave them all ideas.
and for me, I
But
think partly it's because we wanted to start big right away, like
yeah,
huge, and of course we don't have a track record yet, so maybe that's why they were hesitant. I don't know. I cannot see in their minds and read their minds. But
yeah,
lots of our ideas they really liked as well. But they couldn't go forward with it because we own the rights to some of the names and ideas of it. So
they asked us to buy the ideas, and I gave them a price, and they said nah, and it was like, all right,
okay,
then no.
yeah, then it's like okay, bye. I also had
Yeah.
one customer who didn't want to pay for the website.
Oh yeah, true. We also had that.
So stuff like this happens, and you have to be able to pivot and say, okay, because of this, we have to do something else, or we have to do this, we have to do something else, and
Mm. Also, if you have just have a plan ready for when customers don't want to pay.
also have a contract ready. Very important.
Yeah, the two.
That's the thing. I went into this project thinking, oh, I can trust this person. Don't, no matter how
Yeah.
nice or how bad you want to help them, you will need to have a contract.
Mm-hmm. True.
But yeah, because
Yeah.
this website I built for them, and then afterwards I just put like, the website is offline because they didn't pay. I put it on the website. It's still there.
They haven't done anything about it.
No.
They're all right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Okay.
I don't know why they didn't want to pay it because it was already done. Maybe they didn't have the money. Maybe they thought, oh, free website or something.
I think so. I have no clue. I don't know. They asked for a website. We gave them a website, and they didn't want to pay for it, and then was
Well,
like, yeah, well,
to
then
be
you don't
fair,
get a website.
they wanted a website at first hand, and then they wanted multiple things extra.
Oh yeah, true.
So that was also a thing which pissed me off, and I was like, you know what, fuck it, you're going offline, buddy. Because I sent the person a few reminders, and the thing I could have done as well is to send someone to collect the money.
Yeah.
But for me, it's like, yeah, I don't really want to waste the time and effort to it anymore. Also because I could also sell the website to someone else if I wanted to.
Yeah, the template.
Yes, because I created the whole thing for him. Also,
Yeah.
logo, whatever. I can sell it to someone else if I want to. Maybe I should put it on Fiverr.
Yeah, you could.
Why not? I still own it because
not?
I'm the designer.
Yeah. Except for the photos, but I own those.
Exactly, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So we can get some 25 euros back or something.
Yeah, I don't know. But anyway, yeah, I have plans ready for when you want to switch things up.
I think the thing is
we
we had plans. The thing we overplanned, I would say. It's not like we had no plan. We overplanned a lot. We had 3 projects ready.
True.
We couldn't
have realistic plans.
Well, I don't think they were
better.
Not realistic. I would think like it's too much at one go.
Yeah, that's what I mean with the realistic. So plans that you can actually perform
So have
right
a
when you
one
switch.
have a 1A 1B ready. I would say not a one A
Yeah.
B C D E F G as we had.
Yeah, don't spend your time over planning and then not being able to do those things, because that's also a bummer when you plan a
Yes.
lot and then don't get to do anything.
Yes.
So
Oh my god.
you're just like there, like, yeah, all right. We had all these cool ideas, but we can't really do anything with them.
Exactly. It's a shame, but I think for me, it's a good learning experience for sure.
Mm.
And now, at the moment, I don't have any design plans just yet. I haven't done designing as much lately, but already getting text messages, hey, can you do this for me? Can you do that for me?
Nice.
It started without me trying, which is really nice.
That's really nice.
And
If you want to do that, that is.
I mean, for me, it really depends on what this person wants and the other person wants, and of course, now I know what to do. Now I know what to ask for and what to say. And also, I think the idea of just having a business is not as, to me, not as important as I thought it was before.
Yeah.
Because in the
It's
beginning, we wanted to do everything. Okay, let's have a business account for our money, this and that. And I'm just like, do we really need that? It was a bit.
Well, if we had made money, then we should have had that. But
Yeah, but the thing is, like, for our idea, it was a bit more ambition wise. Yes, it could have made money, but it wasn't the main goal. I think we could have started it without it first, and then if people really asking for it, we could have make it a company.
yeah,
We wanted too fast, too quickly.
that's fair.
Because to me, even now, after we quit, I don't know if I'm gonna be signing in as a one man company or not, or like or work with someone else or with you again. Like for me, I don't even think about it yet.
Yeah, no, I've not thought about it yet too.
For me, it's just
Probably
like
in the future.
maybe in the future, but at the moment, I just want to do my thing. Also focus on
Yeah.
my future, and search for apartments
Exactly.
and stuff like that, and get ready
Yeah,
to pay for a car.
it's mostly. I think you should start looking to make it into a company where you can know that you can reliably make an income. Because that's also a thing they ask for when you make a company, is like, what's your expected income? And we were like, yeah, I don't know yet.
We really didn't know, because for us it was too fluid. It was so new.
Yeah.
So
And that's where we went wrong, I think. I mean, I thought we had income, but yeah.
we hadn't, because
So I just gave us some numbers to work with.
yeah.
But if you already know what your income is the last month and the month before that, yeah, and then you can make a quite reasonable
Estimate.
suggestion, an estimate, quite reasonable estimate to what your profit margin is gonna be, and that's I think the most important. If you can make that estimate, then you should start thinking of making a company, because then, well, it could be very could be far cheaper than actually doing it like this,
Yes,
just out of the blue.
but I think also just learn from other people's experiences, right? Talk to people.
Yeah.
I think I did, before I started, I researched a lot, and I think I wouldn't say over research. I think I researched too broadly, and I think you should focus more on, okay, what type of work do I want to do? Do I want to be a graphic designer? Do I want to be an audio designer? Do I want to do this, do that? have a specific goal and a specific function that you want to fill in. You're not a superhero who can, copy themselves 5 times and then do everything at once.
Yeah,
We-
yeah, because running a business is it's in itself its own skill, and I think that's the biggest thing that we learned from this.
I think I
Running a
acted more as a CEO than a designer.
yeah,
But also I had to be the lead designer for websites. So I was like, what? I got burned out, I think. I didn't really officially got it checked or cleared to say what it was, but it felt like a burnout.
yeah,
I haven't done any design after that for a while. But that relieved me a bit. I was even thinking, oh, maybe I quit designing in total and just do something else. Which I did.
yeah,
But also not. It's a it's a complicated thing again. I pivoted to
You like making things complicated, I've heard.
Yes, I like to make it complicated. No, I pivoted to writing,
Yeah,
creative writing, because I felt like
copywriting, right? Also,
copywriting, but also just writing stories, and just focusing on text. It's funny because at school I was pretty good at languages. I just didn't do anything with it. And then I think in our last education, I kind of didn't care. So my grades were a bit down.
yeah,
But also because the school didn't really teach us much. They just expect you to be on a certain level and then you have to figure it out yourself.
you mean CMD?
Yes, especially with Dutch.
Yeah. Yeah.
We were supposed to get 2 classes. And because of a scheduling issue and in my class, they only scheduled 1 class.
Wow.
So
Yeah, no, they were very bad at communicating anything.
Yes.
Like when I asked, I recently asked them to speak to a counselor or a student counselor, and they were like, "Yeah, we can't find any counselor for your school who's available soon. So here's someone from another college." Just like, all right, well, that works, I guess.
Yeah. Okay. A bit weird.
So, yeah, it's a little weird.
Yeah, because we had a counselor, right?
Yeah, no, I mean mentor.
Oh, okay.
Just like the prime counselor for the entire college.
Oh, yeah, that's a bit.
But yeah, no, it worked out.
Yeah, that's good.
So I don't really mind.
Yeah, for me, I think also because our education background, we thought, oh, we can do everything.
Yeah,
It's not the case, guys. Don't do it. Don't do it. Focus on one thing.
that's what we were. That's what we were taught though.
Yes, but we talked about last podcast as well, right? About jack of all trades or specialization. This is like a follow up if you think about it. Like,
Yeah, kind of.
we were doing jack of all trades too much, and I think if you want to start with specialization first, then expand.
Yeah.
I think that's the main message, for sure. Because, like I said, we have been through it a lot. We tried it a lot, and if you don't want to make the mistakes, learn from our mistakes.
It's also be a specialization, but it's also if you have a passion for what you want to do,
Yes.
it's more easier to actually start something with that.
Mm-hmm.
Start with something as a hobby. and then after that you can more easily make that into a business
Yes.
if that turns out to be profitable or anything.
Yeah, for sure. Because for me, at the moment, I'm working on a 9 to 5, basically. Well, not
Yeah.
really 9 to 5, but 8 hours a week. 8 hours a day in a week. So
Yeah.
5 days, 8 hours, 40 hours a week. And I decided to do that not because of experience or whatever. It's just because of the pandemic, basically.
Yeah.
But also for my future. I want to have a house. I want to have a car, stuff like that. And I wasn't even thinking about that when I was doing this project. Like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, we should have money for food, money for housing, money also for our office or whatever. Like, we were doing everything from home.
True.
And I think that's also a thing. Like, I'm always in the same disclosed area. Try to go outside more
Yeah.
as well. Try to I don't know, do your work in a coffee shop or whatever.
It changing your scene also really helps with the productivity.
Yeah, I feel like that also kind of drained me as well. I was always in this room, always doing the same things, and
Yeah.
eventually you just don't know what day it is anymore. And yeah, it wasn't too healthy for the mind.
Yeah.
I
No,
think
but that's really difficult.
I think that thing is also very important that people forget is your mental health.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's one of the more important things that people don't usually think about. Even with school and other things, is mental health is just as important as physical health.
Mm-hmm.
So if you don't feel up to it, it's all right to take breaks and not push yourself too hard, because you wouldn't push yourself too hard if you were constantly ill
No.
and just having the sniffles or have a cold. If you have a cold constantly, then you wouldn't be able to go as hard as you normally could. And if you
Yes.
have the flu or whatever, or have a more serious illness, then it's more difficult to actually get things done.
Yeah, I think
And
mental
mental health
health,
is the same.
mental health and physical health are both important.
Yeah,
I
very
notice
important.
as well. Like for now, I'm just working out once in a while, not too much, but just to keep my body awake.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because for my work, I also have to sit a lot, uh, and of course, for what we're going to, for what we're doing in our business, and stuff like that, I was also sitting a lot, just writing and preparing, planning, designing. Everything is on the computer, you know, and
Yeah.
sometimes you just have to go for a walk, change the scenery. I don't know. Instead of writing it on the computer, write it on paper.
Yeah.
Do something like that, just to change it up. Also, don't have your phone next to you. Don't do that.
If you're very distractible and have your phone next to you, that's or turn off push notification. I turned off push notifications a couple of weeks ago, and it's pretty nice.
Good. For me, I just
I
don't
Yeah, I
turn
just
my
get
phone on.
messages. Yeah,
Yeah.
I just get messages from Discord, which I can actually answer, or from WhatsApp,
Yeah.
and that's fine because I don't mind those messages. But things from Twitter and Instagram and stuff, I've just turned them off because I was like, yeah, no, this is just annoying.
Yes.
Also at night, getting those notifications is just that's not good for your sleeping schedule.
No. Also, a thing what I do, the first hour you wake up, don't open your phone. Don't open your phone
Yeah.
the first hour. Just like put like a regular old alarm. Don't look at your phone. Don't look at Instagram or Facebook or whatever you use, the TikToks or whatever. And just do your daily routine. have breakfast, drink, shower, brush your teeth, whatever,
Hmm.
and then focus on whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
Because I think I read somewhere about it that it activates your brain when you don't look at the phone immediately. You know, don't get that type of light in your face immediately. But it also goes to your not just your phone, but also tablet, computer, whatever.
Hmm.
Don't start right away from the get go when you wake up. It's not healthy.
Yeah.
And also it doesn't help your productivity as much.
Well, it depends. Everyone's different as well. I'd say that before going to sleep, it's probably not good to have a phone.
Yeah, so before you go to
That's
sleep, but
more.
also after. It's because
Yeah.
your mind is still waking up, and if you get all this flow of information right away, it has to process it. Like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like, for me, it doesn't make sense to do it because I just looking at the screen. I was like, I don't know what I was looking at 5 minutes ago.
Oh yeah. No. No. I never. That's true.
I mean, for me, just to have like some relationships, I have to say, hey, how you doing? Good morning, or whatever. Sure.
Hmm.
But I won't be, for example, on Instagram or Facebook or checking my mail. I do that always 1 hour after.
Yeah.
Because when you message someone, for example, your loved one or whatever, that's fine. That's okay,
Yeah.
I think. But for me, if it's work related or social
I
media
think
related,
I think especially work related. Early in the morning.
oh no, I don't want to do that.
No, you should. You shouldn't want to be able. You shouldn't. Yeah, do that.
I'll tell you what I used to do. I had an internship at a company, and I started my day like this. Like, I went to work like normal. First thing I do is make some coffee before even touching my laptop, right? Because I worked as a designer there.
Hmm.
I grabbed some coffee, talked with some colleagues, drank the coffee, went to the bathroom,
Yeah.
stuff like that. The small things, which you also have to do in the morning. And of course, your boss won't look up to it like, oh, why you're not starting yet? Because, it's, I need to go to the toilet. It's human. It's normal.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. It's also the thing with working at home that people should realize that it seems like if you're taking a break that you're not working or anything. If you're working at home, if you're working in the office, you usually just go around, talk to people, go to the toilet, do things, get coffee, whatever. That all in your mind counts as work time. So all the time that you spend not doing anything actually there is counted as as work time in your mind.
Yeah.
So think about that when you're working at home. That if you walk around and talk to your wife or your girlfriend or whatever and go to the toilet, get some food, that's fine. You shouldn't punish yourself for doing things you also do at work.
Yes, for sure. Just do everything you have to do. If you go to the toilet, go to the
Yeah.
toilet. Don't hold it up. Stuff like that. But also, if you need a breather, if you need to go outside, go outside. Go take
Yeah,
a
just
walk.
take a walk.
It
Because
helps.
my mom usually takes a walk at work after lunch or something.
Yes,
When she's in the office, she takes a walk, and that's counted as work time.
of course.
So, but I don't. She only does it after work if she works at home.
That makes sense. She
It
can, she,
makes sense, but
she can schedule it how she wants.
yeah, no, but you shouldn't be afraid to also go on a walk if you're in need of a walk when you're working at home because
Oh yeah,
that you can do that if you work in the office too.
Maybe
it's
it's
fine.
maybe it's like an award, like a award thing, right? Oh, I worked hard, so I can take a walk or something. Maybe she uses it like that. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I don't know, but uh, I try to make it as an
Example.
yeah, as an example that you don't need to do that after work. You can do that also during work,
For sure.
because it you can count it as being more productive. Because if you go outside, take a breather, and clear your head, then you can be more productive than if you're constantly inside and working. Yeah, working yourself to the bone.
Yeah, because you have to stretch your legs. You don't want to
Yeah,
sit the whole time. You're gonna hurt your back.
sitting is bad, people. You
Sitting
don't want
is
to sit.
being. Yeah, there's some people who work standing.
I want a standing desk. To be fair, it
Yeah,
sound that
yeah. If it works
that
for
looks
you,
really
I
yeah.
I wouldn't want it.
No, I get that. But maybe the standing desk they can also turn back into a normal desk.
Yeah.
That would work out.
Yes, for sure. For me,
Because
it's not viable to me as much because I have weak legs. I have a lot of
no, yeah,
injuries to my
fair.
feet, so it's not really an option.
Yeah, no, that word doesn't work.
So, but for me, I just decided to go. If I want to do it like that again, working like that, I want to walk around a bit and stretch my legs a bit. Same with work. Like I
Mm.
have to sit a lot, but I just go to the toilet or go for a walk, or just a small back and forth just to stretch my legs a bit.
Yeah.
Because if you don't do that, you're just sitting there the whole time. Your back's gonna hurt. Even no matter how comfortable your chair is, your back's going to
Hmm.
hurt. Your buttocks are gonna hurt. So yeah, take care of
It's also
yourself for
yeah.
sure. And
I mean, usually you also don't want to sit in a good posture
no, you
because
don't.
that's not. It's usually more comfortable sitting in weird postures, which is not really great for you.
No, no, no. I heard a lot of people having back problems because of it and neck problems.
Yeah.
You don't want that on an early age for sure.
No, you don't. You don't want it at all.
Yeah, I
So
mean,
yeah,
have
it's
someone
fine.
have
It's fine if you
someone
just take breaks.
yeah, have someone massage your back or something like that. If you have the option to do it.
That can also work. Yeah. Why
Yeah,
not?
or just go like to a massage place and just get all your muscles loose. Something like that. I don't know. But I feel like for
Whatever.
sure, folk deciding to if you have to pivot to another to go back to the topic, if you have to
Yeah.
pivot to another role in, for example, your company or whatever, even if it's your project, right? I haven't had it happen a lot as well. If it's just one
Yeah.
project, you have to pivot. Then, I would say if you're in a team, involve everyone in your team
Delegate
as
your
well.
tasks.
Yes.
Yeah.
Don't take everything on your own. I feel like that's what I've been doing a lot.
Me too.
I'm gonna do everything. I'm just like and after the day, it's just like I feel like I haven't done anything yet, even though I'm exhausted.
Yeah,
Because
because you work 17 jobs and then
yeah,
you're just like, why am I exhausted? Because I worked 17 jobs, but
I have days
you.
that I was like, I'm not gonna sleep much
Mm-hmm.
to finish it, but I'm like, I'm my own boss. Why am I doing this to myself?
Yeah.
All right.
Now it is true that you need to work a lot if you're your own boss, but you don't need to push yourself that hard.
Well, it's not like you don't have to push yourself that hard because you always have to work hard. But I don't know, schedule it, right? For example, if you really
Just
want to do,
schedule it and delegate your tasks,
if
which
you
you
want to do
can.
something like that, for example, have some discipline for yourself and say like, hey, I'm gonna work till 9, and
Yeah.
then at 10 or something I go to sleep, and then I wake up at 6, start it again. If you're really hardcore, you can do something like that instead of, oh, you know what? I feel like I haven't done anything today. I'm gonna continue until I have achieved something. Then you won't be sleeping for the next week. That's not what you want. Because if you're not sleeping, you're not focused enough, and then everything goes down the drain as well. Your productivity is going down, but also your quality of work is going down.
Yeah.
Because you cannot focus 100% on what you're doing. But I think
true.
this doesn't only apply to design jobs. I think the reason why we pick design jobs is because that's the only
we know
experience we
most about
have,
design,
right?
yeah.
I feel like it can be anywhere. For example, you're I don't know, an engineer or something, and your boss is away because he had some appointment. Now you're in charge, so you have to pivot, right? You have to pivot as in like, okay, I am in charge, but also I have to make sure my work is done.
You're leading the project.
For example, and also it happened to me when I was pretty young. I was like 20, no, 19. I used to work in a restaurant, and my boss, I had two bosses, because it was a big restaurant and then like a upstairs and downstairs. So my boss, who's always working upstairs, had to go downstairs to help.
Yeah.
So no one's leading. So my boss appointed me to look out and do things, for her. It's funny because if you look at my paycheck, I'm not even close to a boss. But because of my experience, I get the chance to do more. To me, how I pivoted it was I still did my job. So I was a waiter / I was working at a bar. So I had to do drinks. But what I did is also I just went back and forth. So whenever guests come in, I have to receive them. Which is not that much different from what I was doing on the table, right? You're also receiving guests at a table. Now I just have to point them to a certain table and then go there, and you can sit here, and someone will be right there, right by at you to help you, to serve you, and
you'd had to do that too.
Yeah, so I had to pivot, but for me at that moment of time, it was natural. I didn't have to think about it. Maybe because I did it before, or maybe I was prepared for it because, I've seen my boss doing it so many times. It's nothing new. So I decided to go, you know what? I can do this. And I think I ran the whole evening, basically. And then my boss came like at the end of the evening. She came up and she's like, "Oh, everything went well?" I was like, "Yeah, everything went well." And from
then they'll stay downstairs more often.
So so my boss was like, "Now I can be downstairs more if they need me because you can handle it." Because I was working there for 4 years already now, something like that. So it's not like I'm new, like I know where the tables are, I know where what sizes, and like depending on how big the group is and what their wishes are, I can pivot and say, this day was maybe more suitable for them, or the seat at the window is maybe better because they like to go and they like to. They like to watch the view more, or these people are a bit older, maybe we should put them closer to the food, because it was like a walking buffet, so you could walk yourself and grab the food.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah,
so
there's a lot to take into account when with even the most simple jobs, that you can have just changes that make your job way more difficult.
Yes, exactly.
Wh-
So from there, I was just
Which
like,
also you aren't paid for, so
no, I'm not getting paid for it, but
yeah,
I have the experience and I know what to do, so why not use me for it?
yeah.
So with that, I think it's a good time to conclude our conversation about this topic because we went a little bit off topic.
A couple of times, but
Couple of
th-
times.
that's that's how we do.
That's how we roll. That's how we go for it. You know.
And
But yeah,
anyone
which
who's
is
seen the Experience podcast knows this.
what?
Anyone who's seen the Experience podcast knows this.
Oh yes, I put a link in the description what we used to do.
You could do that. Yeah, you don't have to.
I want to. I really want
Yeah,
to because it was really funny.
yeah,
We
true.
we had great conversations in there, and some are really good, and people haven't seen it yet because they don't know it exists. So it's a good thing to share that
Fair.
for sure.
Yeah, fair.
But
We should.
but
But
yeah,
yeah, it was a good conversation.
for
Hopefully,
sure.
people will be able to use it
Yes,
in
and
some way.
of course you can also send us messages or put it in the comments if you have ideas or troubles. Let us know.
Yeah, we'd love to hear it.
We'll definitely invite Chloe back a few times more, so don't worry.
All right, cool.
And
I'll look forward to it.
yes, yes, yes. So, with further ado, thank you for coming, and see you
Thank you
next
for having me.
time.
Yeah.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.